In this episode, I will tell you 10 things you need to know if you are coming to the Philippines as a foreigner. Subscribe to the channel. Don't be lazy. If you're coming to the Philippines for the first time, everything can be exciting. It looks like a magical place. The neighborhoods are new. The people are smiling. You cannot wait to try the food and visit the beaches. And most of all, you're excited to see your female friend. But soon realize there are some things that are really wrong with this place. Number one, scams. Scams are everywhere, starting from the airport to the taxi to all the way to your hotel, and especially if your woman is not genuinely interested in you, she'll scam you in more than one way. Let's begin with the taxi drivers. Yes, drivers in Metro Manila area are very scammy. They will ask you for a fixed rate, even if the destination is just a short drive away. They even scam local tourists with the ridiculous reasons. Just get in the taxi, tell them to turn on the meter, or just don't ride that particular taxi. Better yet, forget taxis altogether. Download the ride-sharing application Grab, Maxim, Joyride. Those will help you get around most major cities in the Philippines. The problem with scams are you as a tourist, as a foreigner, may not think a big deal about it. It's a couple dollars to you. But imagine they do this to everyone, all day, everywhere. And slowly it eats away at your vacation. If you're looking to rent a place in the Philippines, they'll also try to scam you. There's double pricing. If you're a foreigner, they'll charge you double. If you're local, it may not even rent to you. Scams are everywhere. That's not even getting to your woman who really just wants you for your money. Let's go on to number two. Don't drink the tap water. Sounds very simple, doesn't it? But sometimes you might order a salad. You do not know what they wash those vegetables with, if they wash them at all. Even if it says it's safe, the tap water, do not drink it, because you don't know how old those machines are. Who cleaned them? When was the last time somebody changed a filter? All those pipes, everything is filthy. You do not want to get IBS or anything. The water here is heavily chlorinated, and sometimes you can still see chlorine in the water. Water comes out white. Do not drink the tap water. And do not drink anything on the street either. If they're making something with ice, you don't know where that ice comes from. It may sound paranoid, but trust me, I'm saving you lots of headache in the future. Number three, everyone mentioned bringing your own toilet paper. You might also want to bring a toilet seat sanitizer, spray, and a travel-size toilet seat cover. Those are usually less than $1 each. You can find them at 7-Eleven or at your own local department store. The bathrooms in the Philippines are filthy. The people also have this bad habit of never washing their hands, urinating all over the toilet seat. Good luck. Trust me, toilet paper might be your last concern when you see what the toilets and the bathrooms look like. You're better off just taking a dump in the woods, just like a bear. Pop a squat and just let it loose. Maybe that's why so many Filipinos pee on the street. Number four, people will automatically say you're American. Don't get offended. I really don't know why it's like that, but they will. Everyone, grown people, adults, children, they will automatically assume you are American as long as you're a foreigner. I think the primary reason is due to history and culture and the connection between America. But now, it's 2024, and they've yet to learn any more geography. Number five, if you're traveling by plane to other parts of the country, cheaper airlines are Cebu Pacific and Air Asia. Customer service is less than stellar, and by less than stellar I mean completely horrible. Plan on taking planes whenever you can. Do not rely on the boats and the buses. They are slow and extremely dangerous, as half the time the drivers are on drugs or they just drive like a maniac. There are so many collisions on the road. That is if your bus or if your boat actually arrives on time. Delays are a major problem in the Philippines, even with the airlines. They are always late all the time. Maybe you've had one or two flights that are on time, but the majority are late. Even though they're late, they're still a better bet than boats and buses. Take the flight, save some time, and save yourself from vomiting based on how the person drives. Number 6, plan your trip. Do not rely on what the GPS or the Google Maps says. Everything in the Philippines will take twice or three times as long as you anticipated. So, consider half your day completely gone for a 2-hour bus ride. Consider planning ahead and ensuring that you have multiple options in case one of them falls through. Everything in the Philippines takes time, and this can really eat away at your vacation, especially if you're here for a short period of time, only 2 weeks. Try to schedule things online. If you can, even go the day before so you can have a ticket. Always buy two-way tickets there and back. You don't want it to be sold out on the way back. Number 7. Insects and roaches and ants and other small things. If you are someone who's scared of these things, expect them in the Philippines. Regardless of how clean your apartment, your unit, or your home is, your neighbors will have cooking all day long. They do not care with the door wide open, so always expect to see a roach or two. If you are afraid, I feel sorry for you, because no matter how clean and organized you are, how few food items you leave outside, you'll always see some roaches, especially on the streets when they have food there, or trash, or garbage, and don't get me started on their big rats. Number 8. If you're a visible white person, be prepared to be stared at constantly by everyone. Filipinos love to stare. It's something about seeing a white person in the neighborhood. They all stare at you. Sometimes it's not positive. Sometimes if you're with a female companion, they stare at you from hatred, not from curiosity. Keep that in mind and try to ignore it. This is normal in the Philippines. They will stare at you and they wonder why you're here, what are you doing, and what they can get from you. Keep that in mind when you're traveling. Staring is very common. Number 9. If you're vegan, vegetarian, strictly kosher, or with food restrictions, make sure you do your research and where to get those foods, and tell your hosts regarding your special dietary needs so they may adjust accordingly. And by host, I mean the server or the restaurant, anywhere you eat. If you're a vegetarian, the Philippines is a nightmare for you if you don't cook food yourself. Even though the vegetables, fruits are terrible in the Philippines, they are bitter, they're expensive, they are wilted and old. I don't understand why the Philippines cuisine has such little vegetables in it. If you have dietary needs, good luck, as if everything's cooked with either meat, old oil, or some other nonsense you may not be used to. Number 10. Sit-down restaurants usually include service charge in the bill. You may or may not tip. If you go to somewhere nice, somewhere in BGC or Makati, or somewhere in Lapu-Lapu, or somewhere in Davao, and sit at a decent restaurant, most of the time there's a service charge, so you can decide whether to tip or not. Always double check your bill, as oftentimes as a foreigner you have extra items added to your bill without you noticing. So double check your bill and don't always assume that people have your best interests at heart. There's nothing wrong with ensuring that you are charged with the proper items. Those were 10 things you should know before coming to the Philippines. Of course, there are so many more. I will make another video. Consider putting down your things to know about the Philippines. Write them in the comment section of this video. I will read them perhaps in the next video. Yesterday's best comment comes from Verbs2007. Once again, nobody else is talking about this stuff. Protect this channel at all costs. Well, this would be biased, so let me read the next best comment. Alex Johnson 4332 says, don't forget about picking of noses. Only fist bump, shake hands at your own risk. This goes to why Filipinos have no manners. I read 10 reasons why that is, and people have put down theirs in the comment area. Feel free to have a glance for your own entertainment. Thanks for watching. God bless.